fellow Dragonstaffers, or in this case, fellow double Dragonstaffers. In this video, we'll be learning double dragon Chirolls. Before we get started, a huge thank you to all of you supporting the channel. Thank you for making videos like this possible, and thank you for making it possible for me to continue to live my dream. So there will not be any prerequisites for this video, although of course you will need 2 Dragonstaffs, but we are going to start with 1 Dragonstaff at a time, just to break the trick up before putting the whole thing together. So go ahead and put one of your Dragonstaffs down for a moment, if you have not already. And we're going to start with just 1 Dragonstaff, and we're going to start, I have the right hand underneath the right side of the staff, which is pressed out in front of me slightly, and I have the left side of the staff resting near the left bicep or inner elbow. And I'm basically just rocking the staff here, letting the end on the left arm roll down the forearm, and then raising that end of the staff back up to reset, rolling down the bicep, down the inner elbow. As I'm doing this, the right hand is keeping the staff rolling with the hands and fingers like so. And this is basically the motion that we'll be using for our double dragon Chiroll. Only of course we'll have 2 staffs, and the other staff will be on the opposite side. So we can switch to our opposite side. I'm now holding the left side of the staff on the left hand, and the right side of the staff down the right bicep, inner elbow to the forearm, continuing that rocking motion and keeping the staff rolling with my left hand and fingers. So this is our other side. You want to make sure you're comfortable with both sides before we put our 2 dragons together. And you'll have to excuse me for a moment. My outside cat has wandered over seeking food. Oh, Felix, you want to say hi to the camera, buddy? Oh. So, we are now ready to put both Dragonstaffs together for our double dragon Chiroll. We're going to want to stack 1 staff above the other, and I have the center points pretty close to stacked on top of each other. And we're going to hold the staffs like so. So my arms are underneath the staffs, my elbows are kept in pretty close, and it's a little bit of a motion like I'm carrying out a platter of food or something like that. Only I have my staff that's on top with the white heads, the Fibonacci heads on them. One end is on the right hand, the other end is in the inner left elbow. And for the bottom staff with the white grip, the left side is on the left hand, the right side is at the inner right elbow. And as I said earlier, the center points don't need to be exactly stacked on top of each other, but pretty close to. And then we can start with that rocking motion. I like to start with the staff that's on top, so the one with the black grip. Start by rocking that left side of the staff down the inner left elbow. Once it starts to reach the forearm, send that end of the staff back up. And by the time that left side is ready to be reset and sent back up towards the bicep, as soon as that end lands near the bicep, the opposite staff should be positioned to do that same motion. So as soon as the staff on the left arm resets and lands near the left bicep, the staff on the right arm should be ready to reset near the right bicep, so that we end up with this rocking motion with the inner elbows side to side, and the hands are being used to keep the staffs rolling, to keep the staffs from falling, and to keep them from getting out of control. And there's kind of two ways that you can do this. One is by separating the staffs, holding one higher than the other, so that as you do this rocking motion, hopefully they don't bump into each other. You can also bring them a little bit closer and kind of let the center points bounce off of each other or roll off of each other, which sometimes can be helpful, can sometimes kind of throw the whole thing off. So definitely play with both. And as you have probably noticed, the ends of the staff that are in my hands, I'm kind of rocking those ends between my thumb and index finger. However, the more comfortable that you get with this motion, the more that you can start to let those ends of the staff roll over the palms and kind of swipe the hands back and forth like so. And that can start to make it look a little bit more like a Chirolls motion with the arms instead of kind of a rocking motion. But I will say that this way is, at least to me, is easier and a little bit safer. Always good to come back to if things are getting a little out of control. Otherwise, maybe you can try this with the hand swiping motion as well. And there you have it, Double Dragon Chirolls. Hope you all enjoyed that one. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.